Hi, I'm Trevor Sikkema here with the Community Broadcast Network, sitting down with Wei Lin and Erik Lunseth, who are two of the founders of the Skyway Film Festival. They are kind enough to take time out of their day here at the Manatee Performing Arts Center to talk to us about the film festival they have coming up this weekend. And guys, my first question for you is just, how did you get involved with this film festival? Kind of how did it start? Where did it come from? And kind of where did you guys come into play with it?
Absolutely.
I mean, honestly, it came out of thin air. It did. It was me and Erik and our other co-founder, Joe Restaino. The City of Bradenton Film Commission actually reached out to us. They saw the success of the Gasparilla Film Festival, where we previously worked, and they decided, you know what? We want this. We want to put Bradenton on the map. We want this for our film community. And a year later, here we are. We got 2 days until opening day.
There you go. Very cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Just to second what she said, we also had an opportunity to meet with the beautiful people here at the Manatee Performing Arts Center. Also meet some people with Feld Entertainment Studios, so built some partnerships and some sponsorships, and things just grew from there. And before you know it, after a short period of time of only about 6 months, we're 2 days away from opening night.
So you guys talked a little bit about the interest that you believe was there when you kind of formed this film festival. What are you guys trying to get out of it, and kind of what's the structure going into this weekend of what you guys are going to be doing?
I would say it's not as much as us getting something out of Bradenton. It's more of what we want to bring to this town.
Sure.
It is, honestly, it's a hidden gem. The three of us, we weren't really familiar with the Bradenton area. We're all based out of Tampa. And then when they contacted us, we're like, well, we came down here, we took a tour, we're like, this has a lot of potential, you know? And you have Ringling Brothers right down the street. We have, Lakewood Ranch Film Society there. We have you guys. And now we're realizing this could be the start of something really, really big.
Yeah, as well as with any film festival, I would hope that people put together a film festival so you can showcase films that people in the community don't necessarily have an opportunity to see. The majority of films that one would go to see at a film festival are not films that are released at the box office. Typically, if hopefully a film does get distribution, it's going to be a lot longer down the road before you might see it on a Netflix or online or some other platform like that. As well as we want to be able to educate, much like what you guys do with your academy. We want to be able to bring in filmmakers so that wider going audience can be educated and meet with them and interact and hopefully inspire and educate the filmmakers of the next generation.
Very cool. Now let's get into a little bit of what we're going to see this weekend. Talk to me about some of the films. What are some of the films that are going to be in the film festival? Are they going to be done by students, professionals? What's that look like? And then what's the structure for the days, and like what times and how people can get a ticket or get involved?
That's a lot of questions.
Yeah, sorry.
That's a lot of questions, Trevor.
Okay, go ahead.
So the film festival altogether, we're very fortunate that we have an opening night, a world premiere with Walt Before Mickey. Again, we're fortunate to be able to open that up. It's a world premiere film. Our closing night film is a Florida premiere, No Stranger to Love. And then sandwiched in between, we have everything from other Florida premieres, Florida films, student films, everything from high school to college, as well as some great documentaries, some films that played at Sundance, some films that played at South by Southwest. So the caliber of films that we've received in only our first year has been really, really overwhelming. We had over 200 films submitted, again, in a very short period of time, so we're very fortunate with that. So we're happy with that. And then the schedule will be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, showing films all 3 days. Our opening night is actually 6:30 is the red carpet on Friday night. We do start films though at 12:55 on Friday leading up to that. Our opening night film is at 8 o'clock on Friday, Walt Before Mickey. And again, we show films all the way through Sunday. Our closing night film starts at 6:30. And then kind of like what I was going back to before with education, we have our Skyway Lab series, which is our education panels. We have seven different panels that we are showcasing, everything with film distribution to one-on-one conversations with actors, looking forward to putting on a great schedule.
I will say that one thing that sets us apart from other film festivals in the area is that it's just the number of talent and filmmakers that are actually going to be attending. So out of our 7 big features, 6 have cast and crew that are going to be there for a Q&A panel. Okay. And that's what film festivals are for, you know? What other chance do you get? Like when you buy a ticket in a movie theater, you're not going to be able to talk to the director after. You just sit, watch the movie, and then go home. But here, we'll have moderators, we'll have a Q&A panel. You'll get the chance to really interact with these professionals in the industry. So for example, our big film, our opening night film, Walk Before Mickey, we have the director, we have the producers, we have one of the main stars, Jodie Sweetin. You may know her from Full House. She's actually going to be here. And for your question about passes, we have one big main festival pass that gets you into everything. It's going to be about $75. Not about, it actually is $75. That actually gets you into opening.
Can't be misleading.
Yeah, it is $75. It gets you into opening and closing night films, all the screenings, all the labs, and all the parties, and the Filmmaker Lounge. Now, for the broke college kids, of course, we can't leave you guys out. Our student pass gets you into opening and closing night films, all the screenings, all the labs, which would obviously be very beneficial for you guys, and all the parties, and that is just for the low, low price of $25. Yeah, and then if you guys wanted to just get like individual tickets to maybe a select number of screenings, you don't have time to come all 3 days, opening night film is just $15, and then all the screenings after that are $12.
So you guys talked about you have nearly 200 movies that got submitted into the film festival. Who watches all of those movies? That's a lot of movies to watch to determine winners and who gets placed where. Who does all of that work?
It took a lot of time. We actually have a screening committee as well, but the main guy who chooses what movies go into our full lineup would be our director of programming, our third co-founder, Joe Restaino. So he's actually in charge of choosing what goes into our full lineup, which movies play best, et cetera, et cetera. And then in the end, we actually have a panel, our grand jury, actually, that decide the winners. So, I mean, a couple members, Leslie Cohen, she's the VP of programming at HBO. We have Ryan Onan, who's an actor. Just like a select number of people that actually decide the winners at the inaugural Skyway Film Fest.
And what time will that be? What time will people get to find out?
Good question. So our closing night awards will be Saturday night at the Motorworks Brewery. Same time as the party, actually. So.
Right. I've been there before. It's a nice place. You guys chose a good spot. For being Tampa people, you guys chose a good spot for that ceremony. Well, guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day. I know it's going to get hectic with the weekend coming up, but thank you so much for sitting down with us, asking some questions. Good luck on everything this weekend, and good luck in the future as well.
Well, thank you, Trevor.